Hey everybody, how are you today? Me, I am loving it. We have not had rain, got a nice breeze, sun is shining, and I've got my big Tupperware bowl over here. It's I think a 42 quart one, and what I'm going to do today is I am going to cut some beet greens. I'm not pulling all the beets, maybe one or two depending on size, but I'm going to cut some of the beet greens and we are going to cut down some of the Swiss chard. So, and then we're going to have some for dinner and then we're going to can some. So come on along and enjoy the show. I want to show you, this is the size. Now there is a little bit of bug damage right there that I will rip out. But I don't want to take all the leaves off of each one, just a couple here and there. And then it'll also help me to be able to see what beets are ready to be harvested. I'm just going to cut the outer leaves and leave the inner. And I can see on this one, which you probably can't, it is not big enough yet that I want to harvest it. But this one definitely is. That is beautiful beet right there for me. And we'll harvest. This one's a little small, but that's all right. Opens up a little bit of room for some of the others to grow. So I'm just going to work on this right now. So this is what I just thinned these out as best I could right now. Believe it or not, there's a big difference. Pulled a bunch of weeds, and now I'm going to start working on this area. And so far, this bucket, her bowl, is pretty full. You see all the bees? They're not even caring that I'm right here because they know that they're safe. But look at them. They've just been buzzing around my head, working around me as I've been working around them. There's still a lot in here I could actually cut off. This is all I'm going to take for now. It's all I'm going to take for now, and I'm going to get it canned, have some for dinner. I got to get to the Swiss chard. My bowl over here is overflowing, so let's get over to the Swiss chard. All right, look at these Swiss chard leaves. Huge. It's been 2 weeks since I last harvested it, and beyond plentiful, huge stalks. Alright guys, I got this cut all down good enough for me. I have got this container jammed, packed, can't get any more in it. This girl is heading over to the house, getting out of the sun for a little bit, and then we'll start on our next step. So in this next step, we're going to wash them. I've got this little basket here, this bigger basket that I'm just going to fill with some water. I'm going to rinse it out first because there's hair and stuff in it. Then I'm just going to fill it up with some cool water. Going to put some of these beets in the basket. Then stick them in the water. Give them a good washing. Ooh, look at that. There's a wasp. And then I'm just going to set it in the strainer to finish straining. And I'm just going to keep going through that. Just like that until we get them all washed. Getting dirt out of the bottom. Alright, so the next thing we're doing, we got this out here on the porch and we're heating up the water so we can take and blanch the beet greens. Alright, we've got our water boiling. Let's take the lid off. And then I just do a little at a time. Dip it in here. And take my tongs. Make sure that it's all under the water. And then I'm going to put the lid back on it. When it comes back to a boil, then we will do 3 to 5 minutes. So, as you can see, this is the rest of the beet greens we got to do. And I've got all of the Swiss chard over here washed and ready to go. Alright, and now that it's sat in the ice cold water for a few minutes, I'm going to, I really need to, I'm going to put it back into my big Tupperware container. And then I am going to put ice cubes or ice cold water back into here some more for the next round.
Yeah, so did I.
So alright guys, I had company come so I didn't get the recording, but I've got water boiling. I got to open the lids back up on these, but we've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 of just Swiss chard, one with Swiss chard and beet mixed, and 3, 4, 5, 6 beet greens. But we'll put a half a teaspoon of canning salt in each one, fill it with boiling water, wash our rims with the white vinegar, and then we'll get ready to pressure can. Half a teaspoon of canning salt. Oop, I hear our tea kettle. And 1 minute, Mr. Tea Kettle. Alright, so we will now take that, canning salt. We want 1-inch head space. Okay, let's set it right there for the moment. We want to debubble it. Take your little sticky thing, try and get all the air bubbles out of it. See how much the water went down? So now we got to add more water. Debubble it some more. Alright, So after you get it all debubbled and you have your 1-inch head space, and you get the fly off, you want to make sure you have your 1-inch head space on this. But you take your rubbing out, or not your rubbing alcohol, that would be very bad, white vinegar rag, and you wipe it all off and just put the lid on. So I'm just going to keep doing this until I get them all done, and I will be pressure canning. I believe I pressure can it for an hour and 10 minutes for pints, but I got to double check that. So please like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you on the next video. But I'm going to get this buttoned up. Seen pressure canning 100 times. And I'll just show you the final results. Thanks guys for watching. Toodles!